University was established in 1702 with a famous so-called Golden Edict by Emperor Leopold I. So on the door you can see a black eagle with two heads, which is a symbol of Habsburg dynasty, and L1 of course means Leopold I. So I will stand in the shade because I cannot see anything. Yes, so this building here has very weird shape. It has no courtyard. I will tell you why. The Habsburg dynasty, they were very famous as very religious yet very tolerant Catholics. So when they were establishing university in Wrocław, of course they wanted to have here a Catholic university. So they brought here order of Jesuits, and order of Jesuits it is very infamous because it was a counter-Protestant order, so an order that was supposed to fight Reformation, etc. So they were not welcome in city that was already very conservative Protestant city. Nobody wanted to make businesses with Jesuits, and nobody wanted them to be here. So yes, that's why this building has such a weird shape, because nobody wanted to sell them ground for the construction site. So they had to just fit in between the river and the city. So it is like a very thin stripe along the river, and that's why from the other side you can see the longest Baroque facade in the world, 180 meters, so very long. Yes, and now as we will be going in this direction, you can look through the windows, and you can see another window and the river on the other side. So yes, it's very thin. It has a weird shape, but still you have to admit that the Baroque architecture, this example, is also very beautiful. It's really nice building. Yes, Wrocław University now is one of the biggest universities in Poland. Honestly, I have no idea how many students there are, but only on my department there were 10,000 students, so quite a lot. Yes, and this university is maybe not the best one. Honestly, yes, 10 Nobel Award winners were connected with Wrocław and this university. I will just give you names of 3 of them. So the first one was, as I mentioned, Alois Alzheimer, the guy who found Alzheimer's disease. He was doing some research on the veterans of First World War in Wrocław, so then he found Alzheimer's disease. The other one was Max Born. Max Born was a famous physicist, so he's one of the founders of modern physics, theory of relativity, along with Einstein, Heisenberg and Max Planck. And the last person I will tell you about was famous chemist Fritz Haber. Fritz Haber, he was a great chemist, but also very tragic and maybe also not very glorious character. Fritz Haber, he was, as I say, he was Nobel Award winner in chemistry, but his most famous achievement was that he found mustard gas, so the gas that was used in First World War in the Battle of Ypres, for example. So, gaz musztardowy, mustard gas, iperit.
Iperit?
Iperit.
Aha, okay.
Yes, so Fritz Haber met his first wife, Clara, in this very building. Clara Immerwahr, by the way, his first wife, she was the first woman in Wrocław and on this university to make a PhD. Maria Skłodowska-Curie made her PhD in Sorbonne in Paris 2 years later, so it was still very unusual fact.